what life was like in environmental monitoring before drones compared to how it is now, it's maybe a little bit different to what you might think because drones have been around a long time. Satellites are drones doing their own thing in space. So it's just about how far away this platform is. But I guess most people that might think about drones thinking about a couple of 100 meters up or less than 100 meters. And so the big difference that has brought to our scientific research and environmental management is the ability to capture data when and where you want it. The satellites have a set schedule where they overpass Earth and take their images, whereas I could go out and take images with a drone at any time of day that I like, which is handy if your environment changes frequently. Say you've got high and low tide, for example, in a marine environment. If you need to fly below clouds, drones are amazing. So, yeah, in a lot of tropical locations, there's lots and lots of clouds. Satellite's not such a good plan. I think a lot of organizations are really interested in how they bring geospatial data to their organization and how it fits into their decision making workflow. One of the things that we see in terms of a challenge with those organizations is that often they think that simply access to the geospatial data automatically leads to having actionable insights. But the reality is, these data are actually really complex. So they do need processing, analysis, and contextualization. There's a lot of technical barriers that are often underestimated, both in terms of the data capture itself and the processing, and then the skills of the staff that need to be available to process and analyze those data as well. And then one of the other things that we see is a lot of GIS or geospatial teams get siloed in an organization. Just like you have your accounts department and maybe your IT department, then you'll have the GIS team that get put separate to other parts of the organization. So having that silo makes it actually really difficult to integrate across the organization and across the business workflows. And traditionally, GIS software has not really been great for collaboration. So you get these little pockets of skills that work with the geospatial data, but it's really outside the rest of the organization. So you don't get the best of those skills infiltrating around the organization. Then I think also buying or capturing the data yourself is just the start. One thing organizations miss is considering in their budget the need to invest in management, processing, and analyzing data to harness the geospatial data that might be available to you, that you might be capturing, and that you're spending a lot of money on. You need to invest in the entire workflow and the human resource around it rather than just expecting it all to answer all of your questions as soon as you get access to the data.